Hello, everyone, and welcome to PGN Live. It is February 18th, 2026. And was there a Nintendo Direct announcement this morning? No, but that's okay. Did I think there would be? Like I said, I thought there was a possibility. Um, I was skeptical. Do I still think that one is happening before April 30th? Yes. Is it the end of the day if it doesn't happen by then and the next one is just in June? No, definitely not. And part of the reason why it's all good is because we have things to look forward to that are just a month and a half away, like the Super Mario Galaxy movie. One of the topics for today. I hope you're all doing well
The rumors were
and
true.
hang in
Jeff
there
is
because
stunning.
Thank you.
there is a chance at a random drop of news from Nintendo between now and Saturday night, to celebrate The Legend of Zelda's 40th anniversary. Of course, if you want to temper expectations, it's safer to say that nothing's going to happen. There's always the chance that something comes to us in March, whether it's a Nintendo Direct or something on Mario Day, right? There are other opportunities. We probably will have our Pokemon Presents time and date officially set soon, most likely 6 a.m. or so on the 27th itself, which is next week. But we'll see, We'll see. All right, let me get this pop out chat ready to roll. We're rocking. We're good. And I Byzantium is here saying happy PGN Live. Corey Boehm, cameos. Did someone say Judd from Splatoon? Dun dun dun. Hi, Corey Boehm. Maybe. You never know. Tigerusus. Hey, Paul, how are you? I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you doing? Crazy Scott saying, what's up? What's up, Crazy Scott? Kong Donk 69 with a hello. Hello, Kong Donk. Just give me a new Star Fox game. Yes, please, Crazy Scott. I agree. Give me a new Star Fox game. Would ya, Nintendo? So the reason why, I could save this conversation for more people to come in, but I'll just start talking a little bit on it, is, let me see if I can actually pull it up. Let's just do, okay, it's right here. In one of the trailers, it's this one right here, there's a shot off to the left of a character that we don't know. Well, who is this? Right there. And for a while, I have speculated we might see Star Fox in this movie. We might see Fox McCloud. I don't know if that was originally a thought 3 years ago. I would say I think that in a sequel we would have more cameos and maybe a way how to incorporate Star Fox despite seeing the R-Wing in Mario and Luigi's room and stuff like that. But when we found out that the movie is going to be called the Super Mario Galaxy movie, the thought hit me. So I've had this for several months. Space exploration, galaxies, non-Earth stuff, bigger and more elaborate. The greater vision of Trojan horsing, if you will, the Mario movie as a catalyst of what could be out there in the Nintendo universe of other projects, other IP, the Smash Bros. Effect, if you will. And I thought of this idea of Fox McCloud, R-Wing, popping in and out of the Lilat system, seeing the crew, maybe some light interaction, and then moving on. Maybe it would be a little bit more grand, but at the very least, some kind of Star Fox inclusion. And this is not confirmation, but it has the world at least the online community, to great effect talking about it. Is this Fox? Who is this? Who's walking with them? We don't know yet, but my speculation has been for a while that we'll get Star Fox in the movie. If I'm right, I don't know when the first time I made a public statement on it was, but back on January 25th, when I did a live reaction to the Super Mario Galaxy Movie Direct with Andre and Nick as part of Game Explain, I shared my opinion on Star Fox being in the film. And I know I've talked about it before elsewhere, either on a live stream of my own, maybe on the Nintopics podcast, maybe on the Nintendbite podcast, but it's not new, you know? But now that we have this new trailer, I'm like, let me bring some more light to this situation. Because, gosh, as cool as this movie is already going to be, if we get Fox McCloud in there, dude, it's going to be hyped to another level. This might not be Fox, though. It could be Toad or Luma in some kind of mech suit, right? It could be Bowser, who's tiny, inside of this mech suit piloting it, right? Kind of like a Men in Black situation of an alien piloting a humanoid, skin of sorts. But dude, if it's Fox McCloud and Mario indeed pops in and out in between galaxies and employs the help of Fox, or Fox offers help because it's too grand for just Mario on his own, or Rosalina contacts Fox because she knows him. I mean, this sounds crazy and wild, but why not, right? I don't know. I would love it even more than I already do. Let me get back to chat though. Let's see. Tigerissa says, not bad, just finished my 2-mile walk at lunch. About to be back to work. Well, that's cool. A 2-mile walk is really nice, by the way. Good job. Especially like on your lunch break. Good use of time. Get in some solid exercise. CBH, what's up? Early? Yeah, this is kind of early by about an hour. About an hour and some minutes. I might be back on later today for another stream. We'll see. Steak 1024. Hey, Paul in chat. Hey, Steak. What's up? CBH, Star Fox, and Mario Kart World? Maybe. I mean, Nintendo likes Star Fox. Mr. Miyamoto likes Star Fox. Nintendo no doubt would like to have another powerful pillar in the franchise to hold the house of Nintendo up, you know? You've got Mario as strong as ever, Pokemon as strong as ever, Zelda stronger than ever, the likes of, Luigi's Mansion on its own, Mario Kart World, Super Smash Bros., Animal Crossing, stronger than ever, Splatoon and Fire Emblem, different franchises, strong. Metroid, you're trying. Donkey Kong is back, and Donkey Kong Bonanza sales are looking good, plus theme park as well, at least in Japan so far. Oh, and in Florida, I should say, yeah. But how about Star Fox? I think it has all of the makings. You've got a cool cast, nice characters, space, different visuals that you could run with it. You could make a big game that is flight, that is on foot combat, that has some RPG-like elements in elevating your character's powers, abilities, blaster, shield, melee attacks, punching and kicking, voice chat, utilizing the Nintendo Switch 2 camera effectively by having, you know, your friends out there having their faces be in your cockpit on off to the side as, the anthropomorphic characters speaking to you in dogfights or in cooperative missions running through the Lilat system, going over Corneria, etc., through the campaign together. Like, there's a lot of potential. And you attach to that a Star Fox animated series on Netflix or something like that, or a movie, whether it's CG, live action, puppeteering, a combination of live action and puppets and CG, and perfect recipe. I mean, Star Fox is so easy when it comes to toys, T-shirts, cool amiibo, plastic R-wings. You've got drones and stuff like that you could have. Your R-wing drone. You've got your RC cars, your Landmaster tank. So beyond the video games, Star Fox has a lot of appeal, a lot of potential. It's never hit so hard as this global sales phenomenon, but it can. And if you are going to say, hey, our next big thing that we're trying is to bring back Star Fox, this is a good way to go. You reintroduce to the world of $1.5 billion worth of people watching this film the inclusion of Fox McCloud and the Star Fox team. And then at this direct that's coming up sometime between late February and June, right? That a new Star Fox game is in development. Here you got the ball rolling. I would love to see it happen. I would love to come back to this video on February 18th and be like, dang, Paul, you called it. You called it. The Star Fox game, the marketing, all of it. You saw it months in advance. Shoot, I've been thinking about this for years of how they could do it. Not necessarily with the movie, but just with the other things that I said. And if it finally comes to fruition, I would be really, really happy because I believe in Star Fox, And yeah, like CBH said, Star Fox and Mario Kart World, that could be another step. Big Star Fox game coming out this fall. You saw Fox McCloud in the Super Mario Brothers movie. Before the new game comes out, play with him as a new character unlockable in Mario Kart World. Maybe Mario Kart World gets DLC this June. And see, I was thinking a Zelda segment, a Zelda area, which would be pretty cool. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Maybe we just get a mishmash of characters and stages akin to Mario Kart 8, where you have an Animal Crossing stage, an F-Zero one, Excite Bike, Zelda, etc. But now you have, a Star Fox one, a Zelda one, a boom, something like that. I don't know. I think having like your own designated Zelda world is good. Some of the IPs of Nintendo's might be a little bit small to have a whole on world, and they just need one or two courses. But we'll see. I would like to see Fox added. It was fun wearing Fox's outfit on your Mii in Mario Kart 8. You remember that? How your Miis could unlock the outfits in Mario Kart 8 on Wii U? That was cool. Mataya FT4K. Hi there. Nice emoji drops. McFly, sorry McCloud. I make sure to get 30 minutes every day at least. More is fine too, lol. That's great. Disney action videos. The Star Fox movie is coming from Illumination. That would be wonderful. That would be so cool. Dude, give me a Star Fox movie. Give me a new Donkey Kong movie. Let's have a Luigi's Mansion film before a grand third Super Mario movie. Be cool. And let's go with, obviously we have our live action Zelda. Then let's get a live action Metroid. And then a live action Zelda sequel. Hmm. Lots of potential. Lots of potential. It's exciting to be a Nintendo fan because of the future looking so bright. You know? Shamrocked Steel, nice emoji drop right there. Fallout 4 on Nintendo will be so amazing if the Skyrim update is anything to go by. Yeah. So Skyrim got a pretty considerable update yesterday or a couple of days ago, didn't it? The retro guy is here saying, "Hey, hey retro guy." Excuse me. A Donkey Kong movie could happen. Remember that trademark? Yeah. It's possible. Heck, even Yoshi could have a spin-off movie. Maybe. Just within the Mario universe, you could have Donkey Kong have his own origin film as a possibility. And then you could go back in time and do something neat and different with Cranky Kong and him, giving hmm, giving instruction to the Kongs, building the tracks, some old school throwback fight to, you know, Jumpman or something like that. That might not have been Mario, right? Or you just take it from there and you have Donkey Kong moving forward, teaming up with Diddy and Dixie, Rambi, and you have just this awesome movie with a very different visuals and different settings than either Mario film had, because you're going on minecart rides and you're going underground, you're dealing with Kremlings, you're fighting King K. Rool. Yeah. And it could be a very different film. That makes me think also, will the Super Mario Galaxy movie have any DK in it? We haven't seen any Donkey Kong yet. No signs of Seth Rogen yet. Oh, I wouldn't mind a cameo. I think that would be cool. Because I liked Donkey Kong in the movie. He had a big role, right? And, it's nice seeing Seth Rogen show up. He brought good energy to the character. So I don't think they're done with him. Not at all. But will they save his appearance next for his own full film? Or have him be here? Or will they do something like a post-credit scene showing of something DK related where, you know, Mario's going through a pipe and DK is kidnapped. Here's Diddy and Dixie asking for help. Like, I don't know, that starts to get a little bit too much, because then you set up the foundation for a sequel being, oh no, it's a Donkey Kong movie, but Mario is the main star still. No, I think you want to, you know, keep them moving in each other's films a little bit, but not too grand of a presence of Mario in a Donkey Kong film. But being in there in some capacity would still be cool, you know? What would be a good crossover video game? I think, gosh, after seeing that awesome play of Mario and Donkey Kong teaming up in the Super Mario Brothers movie, I think a really cool game would be possibly a 2D side scrolling action adventure platformer of Mario and Donkey Kong, or even a 3D more action oriented yet still having some platforming adventure elements DK Mario game. You know, that would be a good crossover title, I think. Hmm. Star Fox with space can lend itself in some capacity to F-Zero being out there, right? Could cross over with Kirby in some capacity, with Metroid in some way, shape, or form, possibly, with Super Mario Galaxy. gameplay wise, Star Fox is its own thing. But like I said, if you take Star Fox and do this split from aerial combat, land combat, tanks, ships, groundwork, footwork, then you have something that's part Star Fox, part Starlink, part Ratchet and Clank. And when you're on the ground, yeah, there's room to interact with different characters, different IPs. Oh. Pokemon Fan 34 is here. Hi, Paul. Hi, Pokemon Fan. Joyce J's here. Hey, Paul. Hey, y'all. Hey, Joycey. Steak. Genuine question. Does Nintendo actually care about Fox McCloud / Star Fox? I'd like them to do something with Star Fox, but it's been over a decade since they had an actual game besides Smash like app. Yeah, I believe they do care, but I think that they have been stuck on how do we elevate the series and move forward for too long, which kind of baffles me because Nintendo is so creative that here I am. I like to think of myself as a creative person that's not a video game developer. I mean, I don't have the skill, the tool set to do coding and to make stuff up out of the polygons on a screen and, utilize C++ and Photoshop and Adobe and all the workings. Like I wouldn't know how to operate that. But I am an idea man. And I know Nintendo's full of idea people. I came up with your solution for how to make a new modern Star Fox game be epic here in 2020, 2023, 2026. And surely Nintendo's got to have something like that, right, on their minds. That's the way to do it. I know they care about the franchise, so do they just not come up with something as cool as me that is a surefire hit? Possible. Or maybe they have been working on something. I don't know. Hope so. Come on, Nintendo. Just take my idea. Just have it. It's all good. Just use it, Give me a small special thanks to the credits. Paul Gale Network for coming up with this idea. Good enough. Banana Cat. I'm very disappointed that there is not a Nintendo Direct this week. Sorry to hear that, Banana Cat. Don't be too disappointed, though. We got Resident Evil Requiem coming out very soon. We just had Mario Tennis. We're getting Pokemon Presents next week. We just had a Mario Galaxy Movie Direct. We just had a partner showcase. We just had this Lego Zelda Ocarina of Time set reveal. We just had Pokemon Lego reveal. We're getting the Super Mario Galaxy movie in a month and a half. There's a lot of cool things that just happened and happening soon that hopefully, even without the Direct, you could still be like, dang, there's actually a lot of cool stuff going on. Play a game you didn't yet buy or beat, like Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment or Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, or try out something new like Octopath Traveler 0 or Dragon Quest VII Reimagined or Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Yeah, there's still a lot of good stuff. Rarely does anyone exist out there that truly has nothing to play because they have truly purchased everything. I don't think that exists. Hopefully we get those GameCube games on NSO. That'd be nice. Tarzanite rocks. Andrew Kota, 615. Nintendo should resurrect the Captain N character and make him his own crossover game. That'd be cool. Xperia Play 420. The Star Fox team in that Starlink game was very underrated. It was basically a new Star Fox game. The cutscenes were amazing too. Oh, they were handled so well, Xperia Play. I agree. That was the version of the game that I bought. That's the version of the game that I had so much fun with. I loved it. I loved it. That should have been a nudge of, hey, Nintendo, Ubisoft, you all could work together on the next game. Mario could have Star Fox in Mario Galaxy. Yep. Small scene or see his ship fly by. Yep. Star Fox has so much potential as a franchise. That animated short for SF0 was awesome. There's so many cool things they could do with the series in and out of gaming. Also, the E3 puppets were cool. Yeah. I saw those puppets in person at E3 back in the day. Dude, they were really cool. They were really, really neat. I agree. Hire Paul. I agree, Pokemon fan. You hire PGN, you're probably going to have a good time. I got WWE 2K26 coming out on Switch 2 in a couple of weeks on March 13th. Very cool. Here I am still enjoying WWE 2K25, but yeah, 26, it's coming out soon. By the way, thank you for the 30 people watching here and the 11 likes so far. It's a good start. I can't wait for Star Fox Assault to be added to NSO. The multiplayer battle mode was awesome in that game. They could easily build on that today. Yeah. Star Fox Assault. Phew. And Star Fox Adventures should come on over. Look at that game. That's awesome right there. Good game. Man. Old school. My favorite Star Fox is Star Fox 64, but Assault was good. Adventures was good. Command was good. Zero was good. Even though Zero was a little bit convoluted with the how to play, it was fun, perhaps overly engaging, but still good at the end of the day. Somewhat unnecessary with making you do this, but I still enjoyed it. You know, some parts of it were peak greatness, and some parts were a little bit frustrating. But overall, good game, fun experience. I forgot about Resident Evil 9. I get that later. I like 7 and 8 a lot. Nice. Warren G-Dog. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey there. Welcome, Warren. Steak 1024. Paul. Space opera like The Fifth Element, but with Fox McCloud in the Bruce Willis role. LOL. Yeah. Xperia play. Paul, I'll hire you. I can't pay you, but I have a bag of Takis and free water with your name on it. Well, I like Takis. Those are good. The blue ones are pretty nice. I've tried a few. I've tried at least 2 or 3. For sure, like the base one, the blue one, maybe one other one. But okay. And water? Hey, I'm good. Yeah, in my opinion, both Star Fox Assault and Adventures needs to be on NSO. They're both good games in my opinion, yeah. Nintendo, that really looks like Star Fox. I know, right? Dang it. We might have to have another stream today. Oh, hold on, let me see. I either have to end the stream soon because I have an appointment, or my appointment has been delayed. Let me read a couple of pieces of chat and let me make a quick phone call, and then I'll see if the stream has to be cut a little bit short, which I knew was a possibility, or can we keep going? Because this is a fun conversation with y'all. I never owned Assault, but I used to go over to a friend's house as a kid, and we'd play the battle mode for hours. Ground play and hopping in and out of land and air vehicles was so cool. Yeah. Okay. Hang on a moment. Let me see if I could play this for just a bit. 1 second.
finish this, Lou.
Rated PG. Only in theaters April 1st.
Oh, you're here. Now, where's the troubled pipe?
Come on, you're not the scared guy anymore.
Yes, I am. People don't change. There's the problem. Hey. It's all right.
Right there. Big thank you, Ash.
Who is this?
Come on.
So some dinosaur just shows up and he's now part of the group. Cool.
Big thank you to Ash for that gifted membership, bringing us up to 444. And whoa! Big thank you to Tabby Cat Games, right after Ash, with 5 gifted memberships. Before I could even finish typing, excellent support. Thank you both so much. Back to back. Oh wait, 5 from Tabby. So 449. Ooh, wow. We are 1 away from 450. How cool is that? Ash, thank you so much for gifting a membership to Demonic Brawler. Look at all that green. And then Tabby, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships to Craig Grissett, Creeper Destinations, Super Fanboys, Mix and Mr. Black Texas Made, as well as OW4587. Surprise indeed. Plenty of green here. And we've got 30 people watching now. And likewise, we are up to 17 likes. So 30 watching, 17 likes. That's over half. Very cool. Oh, sorry for missing a few streams. That's okay. Shoot. You don't have to apologize. That's okay. Thank you for coming to all the streams that you are able to make. You know, I'm grateful for the good vibes and the conversations. And, you know, however often people can show up or not, we always have a good time. So thank you. And it's all good if you miss some. Artisan James says, Mario Bros. Movie was fine. It was fun, but I wasn't huge on it. I think some of the voice acting felt off, especially DK and Cranky Kong. Not crazy about Pratt as Mario either. With that said, I'll probably see the Galaxy movie on the big screen. I'm glad that you liked it overall, even if it wasn't like your favorite thing. I loved it, personally. But at least you liked it, which is good. I'm definitely going to watch the Galaxy movie in theaters too when that shows up. Dang, that's so cool. In 11 days, we could say next month. Wow. In 11 days, we get to say next month. What do you think of Nash being wrong this week about the Direct? I'm happy because I still have a Pokemon Presents next week. No big deal. He heard something from a few people, they were either wrong, some miscommunication on the way, maybe they guessed, maybe they didn't know, perhaps it was old information. A couple of sources could have jumped the gun on something that they read, misinterpreted, reported back, not the most confidently. Hard to say. There's plenty of different scenarios to what it might have been, but not that big of a deal. I mean, if Nash comes out in a couple of months and says the following, something, something, and then that winds up happening like very close to when he says it, then that's one for the win column, despite right now being one for the, lost column, and it's okay. No one's going to have an infallible, perfect record in this world of reporting things that we all hear from folks and sources. Nah. But for people who don't like Pokemon, I feel bad. Pokemon Fan 34, I wouldn't say feel bad. Look, you ended the year with such a banger of November had Kirby Air Riders and Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, and then December had Metroid Prime 4 Beyond and Octopath Traveler 0, and then January had this revealing of the Ocarina of Time Lego set and these Pokemon Lego sets and this Super Mario Galaxy Movie Direct and Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. And then February had Mario Tennis Fever. And then February had this Pokemon 30th Anniversary Super Bowl commercial and Super Bowl presence of the Super Mario Galaxy movie added. And after Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. And in February is also getting Resident Evil Requiem, RE9. And we just had a freaking Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase in the month of February. And thanks to PlayStation State of Play, we know that we're getting Metal Gear Solid Collection 2 and Castlevania series new entry, Belmont's Curse on Nintendo Switch 2. And we know that in March, there is going to be something for Mario Day because they always do that. And we know that in the Nintendo Today app, they've already released 3 Q&A segments with Charles Martinet, which is something fun to look forward to. And we know that April 1st is the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I mean, what more do people want, for crying out loud? That's a lot. That's a lot of entertainment. That is a lot. From early November through April 1st, that 5-month window, there is so much to look forward to. What do you want? It's never going to be enough. I didn't get my blank. There's so much. There's so much happiness, wonder, joy. You mean you tell me, not you, Pokemon Fan 34, I'm not talking about you, I'm just talking about, like, if somebody can't find one bit of happiness in that 5-month window of things I just called out, all those games, all those announcements, all those trailers, Pragmata demo, there we go, that's just one more thing. I don't know, if you can't find one fun thing in all that I just spat out in that 5-month time, I think you gotta reevaluate what makes you tick in life, or start to diversify more, because gosh, there's so much awesomeness out there. Oh no, that's me. I don't know. At least the one from Universal felt like an actual Mario movie, says the retro guy. Nate the Hate is the closest to being accurate, yeah. I'm in the new Super Mario Galaxy movie. Says Nintex2 Dope. Reanimal and Fatal Frame 2 remake. Egomaniac. Not gonna lie, though I like the Mario movie way more than the older live action one. People want a mainline direct. The masses do. I mean, yeah, people want a Nintendo Direct, a mainline general one. But isn't there enough joy from what I just said out loud? Isn't that enough? Oh, let me see. Oh, one moment, one moment. I think I can stream longer, so that's good. Okay. Okay. Good news. I am able to stream longer. I still have my appointment, but it's a training session that I could do later, that I will be doing later. So that's good. Okay, let's see, let's see. Is it true? Is this true, says Slugrum? Is Star Fox McCloud in Mario Galaxy 2? That don't make any sense. Is Star Fox or Fox McCloud in the video game Super Mario Galaxy 2? No. Could he possibly be in the Super Mario Galaxy movie? Yes. Potentially, he's in there as a character that maybe Mario will interact with along the way in trying to help Rosalina save the universe. Oh, I mean, it looks kind of like Fox. I don't know. I don't know. Also, I heard that they have Kirby and the Rob in the movie, unless they're trying to bring out Smash Brothers the movie, because Kirby and Rob. I don't know about Kirby and Rob, but the Super Mario Galaxy movie absolutely has the opportunity to flush out more of a Nintendo cinematic universe, you know? Shoot, they don't even need to go to outer space to bring out Punch Out. You know, we know that Punch Out, Little Mac, that crew exists. We've seen posters at the pizzeria, you know, in Brooklyn. I think it would be pretty cool if Mario and Luigi went to a boxing fight and they saw Little Mac there, right? I even think it'd be neat if the referee was unable to come out or something like that, or got hurt, and Mario's like, I got this, and Mario jumps down there, throws on a ref outfit, and then refs for a round in the fight or something like that, you know. But yeah. Could you see an animated Zelda in this film? Maybe. Could you see the live action Zelda crew in this movie? Possibly, you know, pop in and pop out. They could do anything they want. They could truly have fun, and it would be cool for the average moviegoer. Maybe a little bit of familiarity, like, oh shoot, isn't that Metroid thing? Yeah, that was Samus. But to us Nintendo heads, wow, wasn't that awesome? Oh, I can't believe they went there, you know. Pocopia's on the horizon. Another one. You feel like Yoshi could get a sudden drop, yeah. The Super Mario Brothers Wonder Switch 2 edition, yeah. And we just got the Animal Crossing update with Zelda and Splatoon and stuff. And we're getting Tamagotchi Life. Man, not that I am insensitive to people complaining. I get it. Everyone has a different level of passion and want. But when I see complaining to a very high level of complaining over one thing that someone didn't get, when so many comparable things are out there, it makes me say, does nothing else whet your appetite? Like, let's say you were a big Marvel fan and you loved Spider-Man and you just wanted a new Spider-Man movie. And here, Marvel was making a Captain America, a Thor, a Hulk, a Ghost Rider, okay, an X-Men. Yeah, there was a little Spider-Man nod over here, but not his own film. But there was a new Spider-Man toy that came out, okay. And then an Avengers movie, and then a Guardians of the Galaxy, and an announcement of like, oh, Spider-Man will return, but we're waiting for the right time. And then just a Spider-Man game, and then no Spider-Man movie this whole time. Just a cameo here or there, a toy, and a game, and all this other Marvel stuff. And then all the person complained about was, where's my Spider-Man movie? Where's my Spider-Man movie? I would say, okay, I get it. Spider-Man's your favorite. You want a new Spider-Man movie. But is there not anything else of all these other Marvel movies that you also like that are Spider-Man adjacent that you wouldn't be happy with? What about that game or that toy? Is that not still a little something, or the cameo? And then some people would be like, no, I want my Spider-Man movie. And nothing else satisfies me, even though it's comparable. And I think to that, it should. I get it. I have empathy for your frustration, but also I have a realistic attitude and an approach on it, saying the basket has a lot of good stuff in it that Spider-Man rolls with. You could find happiness elsewhere. And that's kind of how I see the Direct. We'll get a Direct eventually. Enjoy the other stuff in the meantime. I don't know. just some words of wisdom, I guess. I mean, I don't know if it's wise, but I think it's not a bad way to look at life being diverse. Um, a lot of people get Nintendo hardware for Nintendo IP. They do, but every Nintendo IP is eventually, or every Nintendo IP at one point was new, right? What if Splatoon wasn't made by Nintendo and it was made by someone else like Capcom and it just came and it was the same game but happened to be made by Capcom? Would people that are Nintendo IP focused fans look at it differently and not want it because it's not by Nintendo, or would they be open and welcoming to it? Someone out there who really wants their new 3D Zelda game right now. Have you played Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade? Because if you did not, I bet you would find enough similarities that it's within this comparable realm of type of gaming and experience and characters and world building, etc., that it's not too different that if you just gave FF7 Remake a chance and said, I'm going to pretend that this was made by Nintendo and that this is an alternate Link in an alternate Hyrule, that you would have fun. Some people have that as their fixation point that prevents them from having fun. You know. Yeah, it is true. Not everyone, but there are some. I can't wait to play Adventures of Elliot, Grand Blue Fantasy, Relink, FF Rebirth, all around June. Absolutely. Let's see. My dog looked up confused. That's funny. That would be a great idea to have Star Fox in the movie to get some eyes on him and the clan. So if a new Fox game is in the works for Switch 2, a lot of new fans will become familiar through the film. Yep. It's not a problem though. LOL, as people just being crybabies. The games will come. This is why I typically don't buy systems at launch, because it takes a year or two to get rolling with the bangers. I mean, I'm already happy with my Nintendo Switch 2. We started off hot. Mario Kart World, Fast Fusion, Split Fiction, Street Fighter 6, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Welcome Tour. Like Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, like Kirby Air Riders. There's a lot of good stuff. Carlton-san says, I think the Star Fox crew would likely be a small cameo scene or opening scheme setting up for their own story, kind of like how Guardians of the Galaxy was in the latest Thor movie. Possibly, yeah. Oh, yeah, and the retro guy just said, another one that came out, add to my list, Virtual Boy. It's like Virtual Boy. I don't like it, but I can't complain because there are people out there who grew up with the system, so it's cool they added it. Yeah, you could also find happiness in other people's happiness. That is something true. This is how I have lived a lot of my life, is that I'm happy with my stuff coming to. I mean, I love my Mario and Zelda and Street Fighter and stuff like that. But when there's something out there that I know a community is diehard on, like I know that folks were really looking forward to the new Digimon game and really wanted it to come to Nintendo Switch 2. I watched Digimon back in the day, a little bit of the cartoon series, the anime. I thought it was pretty cool. This was fun. I never got super big into Digimon. I didn't buy any of the games or like toys or collectibles, nothing like that, but I watched a little bit. But when I saw that at the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, I was happy because I knew that there's going to be a certain audience out there that is really happy right now. And I was happy for them. And isn't that something also to have and to carry with you in life? Just genuine happiness for others that doesn't impact you other than something inside that's a little bit different. Yeah. So like the Virtual Boy is a good point. Try it. Have fun with it. Give it a shot. If it's not for you, you can still have happiness for other people's joy. And if that doesn't make you happy. Surely, like, one of the other things out there does, right? Yeah. You're back, had a phone call. Also, when I talk to people in real life who own Switch 2s, they really aren't complaining. LOL, it's just heavy. Absolutely, egomaniac. It's true. It's the vocal minority online that makes people think that it's an accurate representation of how the world feels on something. And it's not the case. Not my son or daughter or any of their friends in school have ever complained about a lack of games on Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch 2, or of a graphical fidelity downgrade on Fortnite on Nintendo Switch compared to how it looks like on Xbox Series X. But they have been enjoying Fortnite's improvement on Nintendo Switch 2, how fast the game loads on the console, how good Split Fiction was, how good Street Fighter 6 was, how fun Mario Kart World is. Going back to Animal Crossing, these are the real conversations between my kids and their friends, you know? And my friends and I, some of them are more glued into the industry, more hardcore like me. I would classify myself as a hardcore gamer. I mean, I eat, breathe, and sleep this stuff, you know? I think about gaming a lot. It's a big part of me is video games and martial arts. It is the video game industry and exercise and fighting and fitness, you know? So this is very much who I am. If you're watching a live stream and talking to somebody on live stream about video games, you're probably part of that hardcore community. And some of my hardcore friends, casual friends that still game, I don't hear anybody complaining about a lack of software. It's this online, still hardcore because they're online, but either just negative for attention seeking or so spoiled that they become negative, you know? I don't know. Let's see. I also love the games I have so far, and I have enough of a backlog to keep me busy. Also true. Juice Music says, Paul Gale Network, that is an intriguing question, yeah. Johan Nintendo, no Nintendo Direct this week. Doesn't look like it. Unless if Nintendo is like, bam, here you go, Thursday. Here's a surprise for you all, Nintendo Direct Mini. Probably not. Yup, Digimon Time Stranger. I can't wait for the Switch 2 release. I got the other game on my Switch 2 digitally. It's fun. Awesome. Sketches of Harmony. Dropping that 100. Welcome, Sketches of Harmony, by the way. I was happy when Tabby got the FE game on GameCube. NSO. Yep. Jacob, I hope the Direct happens on Friday because I hope that Nash Weedle was right all along. That would be neat. What if the Direct is just Zelda? Zelda 40th Anniversary Direct. You know what? If we don't get a general Direct this week, but we get a 40th Anniversary The Legend of Zelda Direct on Saturday itself, or let's say Friday on US's time, so it's Saturday in Japan to celebrate the actual date of February 21st, and it's like a 12-minute Direct. Oh man, I'd be set. You know what? I'd be very, very happy if that's okay. Content. No complaints from me. If we don't have a Direct this week, first of all, whatever. I could wait till April. I could wait till June. There's enough out there. Okay? Especially if you're also someone that's interested in video games, shouldn't you also be a little bit interested in comic books or movies or cartoons or animes or TV shows? Wouldn't something like Dragon Ball Super, watching that, be something fun that's adjacent to video games but comparable enough that you would have some joy out of it? Or watching the new Supergirl movie or watching the new Avengers film, Doomsday, like there's like-minded things that if you're a fan of one, you probably would like something else too, comparable. Not that every WWE fan is going to like, Super Smash Brothers, or every Zelda fan is going to like, you know, WWE, right? But there's some cross-pollination that more often than not works if you give it a try. J Views is here. Sup, Paul? What's up, J Views? Plenty in your backlog, Joycey. True. Also, the Dusk Bloods was already listed on the Australian eShop, so this could be a sign of a possible direct, yeah. And we saw last night, it looks like, a promotional piece on the Nintendo Switch 2 eShop had a couple of Bethesda games, in which one of those Bethesda games had a character of Doomslayer, aka Doom Guy, and how he looks like in the latest Doom game. Not from Doom, not from Doom Eternal, but from Doom the Dark Ages. So, if Doom the Dark Ages is not yet on a Nintendo platform, yet Bethesda is promoting their games on Nintendo Switch 2 with an image of him and other characters, from Skyrim, Fallout, whatever. It makes you wonder, well, you used that specific Doom image. Could that be a little nod of the Dark Ages coming to Nintendo Switch 2? Or could it just be a new look and an updated model in your promotional material of a new character from the new game? Possible. But I like to think, yeah, maybe the Dark Ages is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. And that was a little bit of a pre-slip, right? A little foreshadowing of something to come. Sketches of Harmony saying, preach. Gratitude and an absence of envy takes you a long way in character. Yes. That only makes Zelda fans happy. I want everyone to be happy. You know what? Wouldn't a Zelda Direct still make more people happy than just Zelda fans? Because it's something cool. What if that something cool was so cool that it made new Zelda fans? Plus, there's that dozen or so other things that I just spat off 10 minutes ago. That makes a lot of people happy. Japan is 16 hours ahead of California. They're 14 hours ahead of Central. They're 13 hours ahead of Eastern. So there is a way to have... It is the 21st in Japan, but it is a Friday in North America. This does not happen too often. Japan closes up shop. They don't typically do directs and stuff like that on the weekend, but it's a possibility. I'll never deny that it's a possibility. Read the Zelda manga. There's something else. The retro guy saying, yeah, Switch 2 didn't get Dark Ages yet. That's correct. J Views, there's so many good third-party games coming out. We don't need a general direct right this moment. Plus, I think we'll see some cool shadow drops sooner than later. Nerdy Paul is here. Hello. Joycey J, you ain't wrong, Paul. Pokemon fan, you would be happy for Zelda fans. You're happy because you got the Pokemon Presents next week. Yeah, the time zones, they're all off. By the way, we got 54 people watching now as the stream just hit Nintendo 64 minutes. We are at $6 on our stream goal. Could we give out a $10 eShop card today? Maybe. Are we approaching 450 members? Heck yeah, we are. Do we have on the verge of 8,600 total subscribers on the channel? Also yes. And of the 52 watching now, we have 33 likes. So, we are getting there. What do y'all think? I'm going to put a poll. I'm curious. We have a lot of people watching right now. Do you think that Fox McCloud and the Star Fox team will be in the Super Mario Galaxy movie? Yes. No. Simple poll. Let's go. Oh, I'm curious about this one. OMG, Star Fox is in the Mario movie? Hello, Paul, and everyone else. Maybe JM Powers. I think I put a question mark. Did I put a question mark? I hope I put a question mark. I hope it's not a question mark. Hold on. Okay, I put is. Holy smokes! What is AJ Rax out of nowhere with the 10 PGN gifted memberships. Hey, as we just went up to 84 watching, anybody not watching right now, or sorry, anybody who did not already like right now, if you don't mind liking the stream, the sudden boost that we just got up to 84 viewers for the almost 50 people watching that have not hit that like button yet, that could boost up the stream to 80 likes out of the blue, and that might channel into being 100 viewers, and then the likelihood of potentially giving out a $10 eShop card today just increases that much more. So I would appreciate it. But even if we don't get to that goal, just the extra likes, big thanks, because that does bring in more viewers. So welcome if this is your first time watching. We have been talking this morning all about the Super Mario Galaxy movie and the potential for, who is this guy right here? Is that Fox McCloud? Maybe. But right now, I've got to say thank you one more time. Big thank you to AJ Rax for the... Oops, that played. AJ Rax for the very generous 10 gifted memberships, bringing us up to 459. That is so cool. That's epic right there, because we crossed 450. It's one goal, one step at a time, you know? Yeah, 500 is like the bigger goal, the bigger hope, but you can't get to 500 before you pass 450. And Ash, Tabby Cat Games, AJ Rax, thank you so much for getting this channel past 450 this morning. Who were the recipients of AJ Rax's very generous contribution? Well, J-Views, Rainbow Ash, Cyanidal, Gamebird Classic, Nintendo Ninja Prime Beyond, Mosiah Henzo, Jason Awesome VODs, Diamond RPG, Sean Leisure, and Boo Mini 5606. Got some familiar names, got some new names. Hot take. I am happy with the games we have on Switch 2 and the confirmed release dates we have, that I am good on game announcements for a while. True. Nerdy Paul. Plus, don't people have a finite amount of cash that you could spend? I mean, if a direct happened and all of a sudden it was like, bam, 20 new games coming out this year. Someone just got $1,400 ready to roll. Like, yep, there you go. And time? With your job and your work life, your school life, your dating life, marital status, children, parents to look over, house chores, cleaning, dusting, vacuuming, all that kind of stuff, the backlog you have, time to play 20 more new games that would just drop and stuff like that. Like, come on now. maybe some folks are like, yeah, I've got all the time in the world, all the money in the world. Just give me more games. I got it. To that I say, good for you. I'm happy that you have that amount of time. Pretty awesome. Carlton San saying, W stream. Everyone liked the stream. You got that right. AJ Rax saying, I'm watching the stream while playing my Switch 2 in kickstand mode. That's cool. I think that tabletop mode, that kickstand mode, is super cool. You know, it's not a mode that I utilize the most often, but old Nintendo Switch, I remember there was one summer where it was Apollo that was happening in the backyard. I had a barbecue going off on the side over here. Some folks chilling around, having fun over here. Folks in the pool over there. And I had a little mini. It was Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers Tournament, on the Nintendo Switch in tabletop mode, backyard on the table, people playing with either Joy-Cons or the Pro Controllers, fighting like this. And like, dude, that was awesome. This past summer, most of the time I played Split Fiction was on the TV with either my wife, son, or daughter, or some combination of all of us. But there was a time or two that my wife and I had a good Split Fiction experience, tabletop mode, Nintendo Switch 2, in our bed, just on a couple of pillows or whatever, with a Pro Controller and a Pro Controller 2, and that was it. So, very cool to see, AJ Rax, that you're playing in kickstand mode. It's a great mode. Joyce J with the nice emojis. Sketches of Harmony and Carlton San with the nice emojis. I think we'll have a Kirby confirmed as an evolved Luma at the end of the movie. That's interesting. Kirby might show up in the movie. I could see that. Well, Paul, I clicked like. I hope everyone else does too. Thank you, Caps Paranormal. I'm looking at titles in the eShop. Nice. If you don't like the stream, Nintendo is doomed. 41 likes. Nintendo will never be doomed. Nintendo has gone through a lot, and I think they are their smartest they've been ever this past generation and how they're operating. They made a theme park, and a second one, and a third, and a fourth is under construction. They branched out to having another store beyond New York in San Francisco. They collaborated with Levi's for the first time. Yeah, they did Vans before, but they did Puma, Cold Stone Creamery, and Yogurtland. McDonald's they've done before, but they re-upped that. Old Spice. These are all things. Lego. That's a big deal. A live-action movie on the horizon. A sequel to a $1.36 billion film on a horizon. Yes, Japan has a theme park. California has a theme park. Florida has a theme park. Singapore will be the fourth one to get a theme park. Carlton San saying, if you don't like this stream, there will never be another Smash Bros. Game. Could you imagine? Everyone will be liking that button. Anyone over the age of 21 has finite cash and time, let's be honest. With RE9 coming so soon, I've been almost stressed about wanting to finish up some of my backlog prior to its release. Well, I know what you mean. That's right, Paul, you're such a nerd. Not you, Paul. I was talking to Nerdy Paul. That's funny. Paul, do you think Nintendo will ever release a new Wii Party game on the Switch 2 called Switch Party? Just like they did with Wii Sports, with Switch Sports. Yeah, I think so. I think they'll have another party game. I mean, they do have their Mario Party. They had 1-2 Switch and everybody 1-2 Switch. Oh. But something like a Wii Party or Switch Party, something like not WarioWare, but that is party themed. I think so. What's a Pro Controller 2? That's the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller. It has non-clickable analog sticks. Well, I should say heavily noise-reduced analog sticks. They can still be clicked in as a functional button, but they don't really make a sound when you go left to right. They have a little bit improved HD rumble also. The top of the controller is gray as opposed to black. Yeah, it came out back at launch of the console. Did Peach the dog have fun? Yes. Peach is always having fun. This morning she was so happy to have her name called and is running back and forth playing. She's such a happy little dog. If Star Fox doesn't appear or get directly referenced during this movie as clear as a crossover, I'll kind of take it as no such crossover happening at all because it's a prime opportunity. It is a really good opportunity. Paul, make Nintendo let us pre-order the Adventure of Elliot digitally already. I'll try. I'll have to have a talk with him. Stone Cold should open a Cold Stone Creamery. That'd be funny. Polygon Network is the fabled uncle that works at Nintendo we all used to brag about when we were little. Yeah, without working for Nintendo myself, I guess you could say I one time worked with I worked alongside Nintendo, but I worked with Nintendo and or for Nintendo if you count the Nintendo Switch commercial featuring John Cena and Paul Gale Network. There I worked for Nintendo, you know. And if it's an uncle by marriage or an uncle in the close friend, slightly older than you stance, who's not a father figure or a brother figure, but is kind of like someone that you think of as an uncle. Yeah, I could be Uncle Paul. It's funny. There's a little bit of a younger generation audience that calls me Unc on like some YouTube shorts and TikTok shorts, like, you know, cool video, Unc. I just get a little bit of a chuckle. I get a little chuckle because, you know, I'm still the same me, very much so, that I've been since I was like 15 years old. A lot of me has not changed. Like when I was 15, I realized who I'm going to be in life is a nice person, a kind person, someone that has patience, respects others, not a racist, not someone who's condescending, who will be fun and funny and charismatic, make friends, don't make enemies, don't make a big deal of things, you know, be the person that when I eventually drive, lets people go first, hold the door open for people, make up the time that I am losing by holding the door open for 7 people by jogging to my destination. So I made 7 people happier, and I'm not even late myself because I ended up jogging, making up the difference. Not being vulgar, not being derogatory, being fair, spreading kindness when possible, trying to boost up others who might be down, being a little bit of a shelter and someone who could talk to and to vent to for those that need it. Kind of be the role that other folks need me to be for them if I can help them in some way. And this was my philosophy in life that I had when I was 15. Only difference between 15 and 20 is high school, not driving at 15, university, driving at that point, barely missed E3, even though I was supposed to go when I was 15. I went when I was 16 to now having gone for a few by the time I was 20. But other than that, I mean, I guess you could say like 15, then 20, and then here I am 42. Largely the same person many years later. Of course, now, you know, you add father to that, you add homeowner to that, you add, you know, husband to that, you know, professor to that. Like, you add different titles like that, but author, right? But you go back, and I've been largely the same person. I don't know why I got off on a tangent, why I split off. Why do we have that talk? Oh, just the uncle talk. So, yeah, I've been around for a little bit, you know. So, I guess once in a while, I suppose, if somebody is on the younger side, you know, late teens, early 20s or 30s or something like that, and they're saying a fun comment or cool something, cool shirt or whatever, Unc, I'm like, thanks. That's cool. I know some people don't like it. I think it's a fun piece of engagement, you know? You could still continuously get older in life and not have to stop anything. As long as you're always progressing in some of the areas where you should, like your finances, your intelligence, your studies, your saving habits, exercise, more healthy decisions than not when it comes to eating, certain things to avoid, relationships and how you treat your partner and friends. Hopefully donating a little bit when you can to those that are under poverty stricken, hungry, poor, doing some good in the world. As long as you're doing those things and you're continuously trying to get better and better, then there's nothing wrong with still watching cartoons and being into superheroes and playing video games and stuff like that, Too many people make too big of a negative on, oh, you still engage in that activity? That's for children. That's holding you back. No, if anything, keeping your mind young while not only doing that makes you happier in life. It helps when you have a hardship, when you go through a breakup or you go through a loss in a family or a pet passing away or something like that. When you have more fun and you're more well built up yourself and more things to tap into, it keeps you stronger, I'd be super rich if Nintendo gave me back all the money I've spent on them supporting their lucrative lifestyle in the past 3 decades. Give me my money, Nintendo. That'd be funny. I wonder when the Switch Rhythm Heaven game will come out. Yeah, Rhythm Heaven. We have a new Rhythm Heaven, a new Professor Layton, and a new... Yeah, that's it. I mean, we already got the Tamagotchi Life reveal, Pocopia reveal. But yeah, Rhythm Heaven, that's going to be another good one. Very true. I think Nintendo calls them glide joysticks. They are magnificent. I do wish the Pro Controller had analog triggers. That'd be cool too. Today in gaming history, February 18th, 1990, Super Mario Bros. 3 launched for the NES in North America. You know what? Hold on. I got something for you. Mario! 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 He's back. All you had to do was ask. Today in gaming history, February 12, 1990, Super Mario Bros. 3 launched for the Nintendo Entertainment System in North America. I don't know if they mean uncle when they say unk. Yeah. Unk. Short for uncle. I briefly saw an old video of yours and you seem much more dynamic now, but could have been the setting. Was it a short? I'm curious. I always say thanks, nephew, in response to being called Unc. I'm going to have to do that. I don't think I've said that. I'm going to have to do that. Cool shirt, Unc. Thanks, nephew. Thanks, Neff. Oh, maybe I'll just say thanks, Neff. Hey, that sounds cool. Thanks, Neff. Thanks, niece. Niece is already short, but I guess I could shorten nephew to Neff. Thanks, Neff. I like it. Impoverished. Impoverished is the word you're looking for. Yeah, impoverished. In poverty. Impoverished. That's a tricky word. What happened to that finger that Iwata was making? Remember? Oh, The stress reader. Yeah, it never came out. Roger Enyart says, "Yo, happy Wednesday to all. Hope y'all doing great." That's right, Roger. We're having a fantastic time talking all things the Super Mario Galaxy movie this morning. It's been a really fun discussion, I gotta say. I'm happy that we've been able to talk this long on it. What the heck is going on here? There we go. Thank you for that $2 super chat. Big thank you. Ninty Prime is in the house. Finally have an appointment for the weight loss to surgery. Ready to get a half a body. Paul has by 41. You'll get it. So you got the surgery. Hold on. Let me read that again. Finally have an appointment for the weight loss to surgery. Ready to get. So, that's good. That's good. You don't have to say it. I mean, if you want to say it now, Nate, you can, but you don't have to say it. I could ask you later too. I'm curious, when is that? Hopefully sooner than later. 40 is this July 5th for you. So yeah, I mean, surgery will be a thing, but after that little bit of a healing process, those several weeks, what a burden to not have on you. Such a good feeling that will be, of course, healing up properly, but then you could exercise the way we were doing, and more so, without this pain, without this fear of rupturing something that you're not supposed to do. It sucks when you have the mental aptitude, the desire to want to exercise, but you can't or you shouldn't, or there's some concern of, oh shoot, if I do, I'm going to mess myself up. I don't like the mentality of 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. No, I'd rather go half a step forward each time, But once you get that surgery and heal up, it's going to be pretty awesome. You're going to be able to just go forward. And yeah, by 41, I know you've said this on your own streams before, and I've told you before too, and you already know it yourself, and obviously all that. But like 40s, you will be better than your 30s. Because sometimes, like, if you have that, usually folks probably think 40s, you're not going to be as good as you were in your 30s. But if 30s would have been better, just had a limit on it, and now 40s is when you're going for it because you can. Heck yeah, 40s is going to be better, dude. Like, it's going to be badass, dude. I'm excited for it. It's going to be plenty good. You're plenty young to have quite a transformative experience. It's going to be awesome. Also, Paul, I'll be texting you after the appointment to help a bit with a smaller workout plan. They want me on in month 2. Yeah. We'll do it. We'll do it for sure. Get a new workout plan going on. FYI, a timed event for Donkey Kong Bonanza called Emerald Rushes this week. Yeah, I saw that earlier. Good mention, Carlton-san. Paul, what was that movie you mentioned yesterday that you and your wife really liked? Oh, geez, we saw a few of them. Vita Libido. We watched this lottery movie with John Cena, where I think it's called like The Lottery or something like that. I forgot the title, but it's set in the year like 2030 or something. Los Angeles, LA goes crazy with this idea of here's this lotto winner, and they allow for anybody to take that winning lotto winner's money, but they only have 1 day to do so, and like crazy concept, but John Cena's in that movie and it was really good. Heads of State, also with John Cena and Idris Elba, really good. The Wrecking Crew with Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa, really good. Novocaine, another one, really good. Like 4 really good movies in a row. And then last night, my wife and I started watching the new Final Destination movie, which so far pretty cool. I'm liking it. We wanted to watch Nobody 2, but I think it's only available like if you buy it or rent it. I'm like, nah, I can wait a little bit till it is free. Unc has always meant uncle. I know the world of trying to change it, but no, it means uncle and a compliment. Yeah, like cool uncle. What's up, Unc? Yeah, yeah. I like it. I think it's fun. Woo! Can't wait for the movie. Says Having Hope 5. Sketches of Harmony. I think it was a video where you were helping someone recover with physical training / therapy, something like that. Ah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's a pretty old school video. Jeez. If I'm thinking the one that you're thinking of, that was helping a lady walk again, actually, which is pretty cool. She had multiple sclerosis and had a difficult time walking, couldn't stand or walk. And through a good amount of personal training that I did with this lady, I was able to get her to walk again, which was really, really cool. And yeah, we used some of her success as kind of like a little motivational video, I guess, that like, hey, you out there, you worried about losing a little bit of fat? You trying to run a little bit faster? Lose some of this flab on your arms? Trying to jump a little higher? Trying to learn how to jump rope or do this dance choreography thing? Don't worry. You think you can't do it? This older lady was able to walk again, for crying out loud. From not being able to walk and being wheelchair bound to several months of, I'll give myself some credit, saying a person that actually cared, who put in the time and the effort into this lady. Getting emotional. Someone who actually cared, who put in the right time and energy into somebody because they wanted them to succeed, and the proper training to get there, to be able to walk again with a walker, but still to walk. You could do it too. You could do it, because that's a much more difficult task than your, I don't like the flab on my arms. Just do it. Just start training, and you could get there too, if this woman could walk again, for crying out loud, you know? Yeah. Good good video, Sketches of Harmony, to bring up, you know? That's if I'm thinking of it, because I have a few of those up there. Yeah, but the energy level, also, energy level talking about video games is a lot different than, you know, that video. That one, and that video's intent. Jalon Botcher is here saying hi, everyone. Hi, Jalon. Nasty Natsu showing off that green membership badge in that PGN white belt here for 3 months. Let's go. J Views showing off that PGN white belt tier with that green badge, looking nice. Member for 5 months. Let's go. Had to take a month off of exercise because of gallbladder surgery. That was very draining mentally, just because the mental aspect and routines and not be able to do anything. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're here, Nasty Natsu. Gallbladder surgery. Yeah, could leave you with some, you know, undesirable effects, but better to have those than the alternative, having stuff spread. So I hope you're doing okay. I hope that effects are minimal to none, and that you're feeling all right. Natsu's username is Nasty Natsu. That's perfect. LOL. Yeah. I take 2 steps forwards and I take 2 steps back. We come together because opposites attract. You guys remember that song, Paula Abdul? I remember Paula Abdul. Oh yeah, The Jackpot was the lottery movie. Yeah, The Jackpot, was that what it was called? The Jackpot. Bautista is awesome. Yeah. A lot of things click when you near/hit 40, like Carl Jung says. It's kind of the beginning, a culmination of a diverse experience strengthening your core. Mojo Ryzen says hi. Hi, Mojo Ryzen. That's awesome, Paul. My dad does something very similar as he specializes with people over 50 and is very passionate about fitness as well. That's cool. That's good. I'll have to go back and watch it, though. My dopamine might not have been present at the time. That's okay. I'm almost caught up on chat, by the way. A lot of conversation this morning. Bye, all. I have to go back to work. Bye, Having Hope 5. Hope work goes well for you today. Jacob. Today is the Forbidden West release date for PS4 and PS5 worldwide. Yeah. By the way, since we've got 67 people up in here watching and 51 likes, let's watch yesterday's short. Oh, wow! Oh, what a fight! Oh, Hadouken! Oh, yeah! Let's go, Ryu! Hazanshu! Oh, Chun-Li! I can't believe that I'm here on the European Yaku for the finish! Wow! Capcom, thank you so much for inviting me to be here so that all these years later I could say that today in gaming history, February 17th, 2009, Street Fighter 4 launched for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 in North America. Not everyone here was present on yesterday's live stream when I showed this, but yeah, this to me, I'm biased as all can be, is one of the best video games of all time because I'm a character in it. I am an NPC right there in that blue suit on the European cruise ship's stern stage. Forever a piece of Street Fighter canon, I'm a character in the Street Fighter universe. There's a character named Paul Gale. And that's me! Oh, wow! You know what? If y'all don't mind, please like and comment on this video. I just pinned it in the chat. If you're able to open up another page or something like that, that'd be pretty cool. How is the video doing? 598 views. The one from the day before was 1,800, 2,000, 1,300, 2,600, 17, 16, 39, 64, 12, 27, 35, 27, 16, 2, 14, 36, 13. It is actually the lowest. It is the lowest viewed video of any of the shorts. Gosh, maybe this whole year. Hold on a second. I'm scrolling. Oh man, that's kind of sad. Hold on, dude. We're getting into the beginning of January. Had a nice 16,000 one. Okay, we're in December. That Street Fighter 4 short is the lowest viewed video of the year so far. If y'all wouldn't mind dropping a like and a comment on that video right now. We've got 55 people watching now. Some of you might have already hit that like button or commented on it, but if you didn't, can we get like 55 more likes on that video? Which would also be 55 more views and 55 more comments. Could that boost up the algorithm just enough to help get this video to 1,000 views? Oh, come on. You got Street Fighter 5 the day before with 1,800, and then Street Fighter 4 the day after with 598. Oh well. Can't win them all. At the end of the day, fun to make. That's what's important. But it would be nice to see this one a little bit more because this one means a lot to me personally, you know? Unk comes from Snoop and West Coast hip hop. It's actually very old. Paul and Nate are honestly the people that motivated me the most to lose weight. Went from 363 to 180. That's a whole human that you lost, Nasty Natsu. That's badass as it gets. That's awesome, dude. I remember hearing your weight loss journey from the time that Nate and I were doing our Monday night workouts on Nintendo Prime's channel, and you were joining those live, like 15, 16-ish kind of minutes of training, to hearing you in Nate's comment section periodically, to sometimes like in a live stream and then here on my streams and just giving little updates. So I'm proud of you, dude. That's awesome to hear. It's a lot. Freaking 183 pounds you lost in a couple of years. Super cool. So much healthier version of a you. Awesome. You'll be able to play video games for longer in life because you'll live longer. That's the reason why everyone should exercise. That's the real reason. Yeah, to be there for your family and all that. But the real reason is so that you could play Zelda longer into the future and Mario longer into the future and experience more new consoles decades later. Right? I sure hope that Star Fox team appears. Yeah, Miko Lilat. Oh, with a name like Lilat, I know you're a Star Fox fan. Ron Erazo. Ultra Street Fighter 4 is my favorite fighting game of all time. El Fuerte player here. El Fuerte was pretty cool. Couldn't tell too many shirts on. Nate, maybe that's in response to someone else. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's a question I asked, but too long ago that I forgot. I don't know. Hi, Paul. Good to see you. Thank you, Retro Sultan. Good to see you. The resemblance is uncanny. Yeah, J-Views. Thank you. Pitt would be a good cameo considering he was in the first movie. What is up, Paul? Love you, man. You're all fight. I mean right. Both. Thank you, Michael. Typical algorithm antics. 55 burgers, 55 fries. Shame no hype button. Yeah, Sketches of Harmony. You can't hype that video. I wish you could hype shorts, since that's mostly what I do. I mean, I do have, this Virtual Boy unboxing video. I could drop that link for the heck of it.
But businesses wonder if some machine...
I could drop that video if somebody wants to hype a video. But yeah, I would really like to see this Street Fighter 4 short crack 1,000. Hey, it's at 600 now. Woo! That's good. If that's because some of you went over and opened up another tab, then thank you for doing that. Because, hey, we're out of 500 jail. We're in 600 world now, Let's see. 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, and number 6 with extra dip, 2 number 45s. What if we all mass dislike it? Might hack the algorithm. I don't know. I don't want to try that. So much more energy and easier to buy cute clothes. Yeah? Oh, yeah, Nasty too. You lose some weight while putting on some muscle mass. Shirts start looking better, fitting better. I imagine it's cheaper. I mean, some stores probably sell a size medium shirt for the same size as like a 3XL. But I imagine there might be some stores that charge more for that, 2XL, 4XL than a small or a large, So, yeah. Potentially cheaper clothing. Potentially more options. Just was intentional about working out and watching the calories and hitting protein goals. Yeah, good. Turns out my hype has run out for the week. Not sure when it renews, but added to watch later. Thanks, Sketches of Harmony. Yeah, you get 3 hypes per week. You get an infinite amount of likes. That's why I'm like, hey, a like is free. A comment might take a couple seconds, but a like is free and takes no effort, basically. A comment is appreciated extra. And hype can only be given on certain things. Yeah. Let's look at the poll, by the way. Let's look at the poll. It was favoring yes earlier, but it's no now. Do you think that Fox McCloud and the Star Fox team will be in the Super Mario Galaxy movie? 54% says no, 46% says yes. That's pretty close though. You know, that's not an overwhelming majority. That's a slight majority. Pretty cool. If it's not Fox McCloud, right here, can you see the mouse move? No, y'all can't see the mouse move, can you? No. But you know what I'm talking about. Over on the left side, you've got from right to left going Luigi, Princess Peach, Mario, Toad, Yoshi, and then someone else. You've got like a gray vest looking like thing that could be Fox McCloud. You got some type of seemingly green arm, once again leaning towards Fox. You've got what appears to be a gray gun with some red and a light green glow coming from it. Gosh, it just tells me Fox McCloud. No more shown than this one shot. You know, in the Super Mario Galaxy movie teaser that they gave us a couple of months back, where we saw Bowser Jr., they didn't quite crop an image, but the image perspective was skewed a little bit and zoomed in, because in the actual footage from the film when they revealed it, pulling back, you could see Yoshi right here. So Yoshi was in that scene all along. We just didn't see it because they wanted to save Yoshi for the proper reveal in the direct. So right now, here's this shot that could be pulled back, in which in the real shot, you do see all of Luigi and you see Fox's head. Or, the more likely, but possible, dual possibility, I suppose, is that they continue walking forward and you see, you know, Fox as part of the group. But it might be something like a Luma piloting a suit, Toad piloting a suit, Bowser Jr. in the headpiece or stomach piece like Krang. Krang, you know, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 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 It's been a while. I have to hear Krang because it's been a while since I've said the voice. Yeah. I like voice acting, if you didn't notice. But yeah, there are some possibilities. Krang was scary back then. I still have my old Krang toy from like 1987 or something. Dang, that's old school. Yeah, dude, but that could be Fox, man. Captain Falcon steps out of the R-Wing. So not Falco Lombardi, but you're talking Captain Falcon from F-Zero? Maybe. Maybe Samus is in the movie too. Amy Rose will be voiced by Kristen Bell. Cool. That's cool. Maybe it's Rosalina. Rosalina in like a battle armor or something, maybe, but I don't know. Does she need anything else? Possibly. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. What kind of notifications do we got to go on today? Okay. we just have some some funny stuff. Oh, one thing that we do have cool today is this. So I posted it up a couple of times now. This is the part 3. So if you have the Nintendo Today app, you could check out the 40 questions for Charles Martinet. Part 3 is up, which includes questions 17 through 24. I'm glad that it's a multi-part series. You know, it could have been just a 4-part series because the first round was a full 10 questions. So they just kind of gone, they could have gone 10, 20, 30, 40, boom, done. But instead it was like 1 through 10, 11 through 16, 17 through 24. So there's going to be some more, you know, probably at least a 5-parter. Probably more than a 5-parter. But that's pretty cool. Oh, looks like an hour ago this was showed off. This was shown off. Hey, let's watch it. All right. You know what? I think this could count as a live reaction. So I'm going to film a video with you all at the same time. Yeah. I'm going to film my live reaction to the following new look. Let's see how it goes. Hey everyone, Paul Gale Network here, and as I was live streaming today on YouTube on my PGN Live segment with everybody who is actually live watching this stream with me, I just went over to Nintendo's X page, or I should say the Super Mario Galaxy movie page, and up popped the following 30-second brand new tenaciously tiny teaser trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, only in theaters April 1st. Let's watch it together.
Get back here!
No! You can't catch the wind!
I just kinda did.
It was a metaphor!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh my gosh!
You should probably spit him out.
Wow, that was intense.
Okay, that was pretty cool. Okay, this movie looks funny. So this was kind of unexpected. Like I said, here I am watching live with everybody here this morning on February 18th, and we just happened to glance on over to X and see a brand new look. What did you all think? I'm going to simultaneously ask the folks in the chat right now watching, how did you like that? And then to everybody who is watching this video later, as it will go up later today in half an hour or so, what did you think? Bowser Jr., or I should say Bowser, tiny. Is he going to stay tiny the whole film? Will he eventually come back to his normal size? Will he end up piloting a suit or be made gigantic? Will Bowser Jr. be the main last baddie of the film, going gigantic thanks to Kamek blasting him with some spell? Imagine seeing a face-off of Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, and the gang against a giant Bowser Jr. the way we saw Bowser in Baby Bowser mode in Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, right? That final boss fight. And also, something that you might want to consider, join us on these PGN Live episodes, because like this morning, all of us were talking about, ironically, the Super Mario Galaxy movie this entire time, including looking at a trailer that was shown off in which on the left side looks very suspiciously like it might be Fox McCloud from the Star Fox franchise. That's part of the speculation. That's a thought that I've had for a while, ever since I thought, Star Fox? That would be a perfect fit. When I found out, I should say, that the movie was going to be called the Super Mario Galaxy movie, you know? And here we have it. Maybe. What do you think? What do you think of the trailer? And what do you think of this possibility of Star Fox representation, Fox McCloud actually being in the Super Mario Galaxy movie? All right, thanks for watching. I'm going to go back to live streaming. But you all that are not here on the live stream that are watching this, bye. See you next time. And just like that, we made a live video. That's fun. That was fun. Let me read the comments. That was actually pretty cool. It was cool to be with you all live now as that was happening. And, you know, talk to these people, in which some of them will be you. And you'll be like, I remember, I was there. Let's check it out. Why is Amy Rose in the Mario movie? She's a Sonic character. Krang always reminded me of MODOK and vice versa. My initial reaction is that Fox would make no sense in the Mario movie, but then again, it's called Mario Galaxy and Fox flies around in space. News broke out earlier that she is voicing Amy in Sonic 4. Wahoo! I really think Charles Martinet should be the narrator of the Mario movie. Sketches of Harmony with a good emoji drop. Carlton San, I was here. Let's make Paul laugh and have to redo this a bunch of times. I was here. Hi, YouTube. Hi, Bob. Hi, Mom. Well, he ate him. Hey, everyone. That's all. That's funny. That's funny. The Metroid franchise sold 5 million as of September 30th, 2024. Where do you think it's at right now? 7, 8, 8.5? The Metroid franchise? The Metroid franchise is far past 5 million. Do you mean a particular game? Because no one particular game in the Metroid franchise has sold 5 million. You've got Metroid Dread at like 3.25 or something like that. Will he end up holding 2 axes and posing for a photo? I mean, we know that there's a certain poster out there that does have him indeed holding up 2 axes, so maybe. Welcome, the Great Wah. If I didn't say welcome earlier. Nintendo Prime on X saying, true facts for me. I turned 40 this year. So does Zelda. This was always meant to be my favorite franchise. I was basically born to play it. That's true. That's a good point. And here we got Kristen Bell as Amy Rose in Sonic 4. Good stuff. Good stuff today. Oh, let's check out Nintendo. Any last bit of thing here? No, nothing in particular new. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that was a really good stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Ash, Roger, Tabby, AJ, I appreciate the generosity. We hit $18 a day. Awesome stream. A lot of fun. More importantly, whether we hit a goal or not, we have a good time. I had a great time. 2 hours of fun. Tonight, Wednesday night, there is the Nintendo Bite podcast. I'd recommend watching that if you want some more video game fun for your evening. I'll be back on tomorrow morning, Thursday, to go over the Famitsu sales in a live stream. And yeah, that's probably the next time I'll be back on. Take it easy, everyone. See you all later. Thanks for dropping the likes. Thanks for helping out, boost up the memberships, and donate.